Good morning. Today we will make a quick revision for the present perfect and the simple past so we can differentiate between these two tenses. First of all, the present perfect. The form of the present perfect is subject plus has or have plus verb 3, which is the past participle of the verb. We know in have used with the plural, which is I, they, we, you, plus have plus verb 3 of the verb. Has used with the singular, he, she, it, plus has plus the past participle of the verb. Okay, this is of course the affirmative form. For example, I have just washed my hands. So we use have with I, plus the past participle of the verb wash became washed. Okay, if we want to make the negative, we know negative we add not to the helping verb. So it became subject plus has or have plus not plus the past participle of the verb. For example, I haven't studied for my exam yet. So we have I plus have or not studied verb 3. We use the keyword yet. We know yet used with the negative. We have another keyword used with the negative but without adding not, which is never. I have never had a C mark. Here, never make the sentence or the meaning of the sentence negative but without adding not. Okay, if we want to form the question of the present perfect, we put have or has at the beginning of the question, then the subject plus the past participle of the verb, and at the end question mark, of course. Have you ever been to America? Ever used the keyword ever used with the question. Have you ever been verb 3 to America? Okay, now we will make a revision for the past simple. Past simple, which is in general verb 2 أو التصريف الثاني للفعل. The form in affirmative is the subject plus verb 2 plus the object or the complement of the sentence. I hurt my elbow yesterday. Yesterday is in the past. Okay, so we use hurt, verb 2. Okay, if we want to make a negative, as we say, negative means not, but not can't stand alone. She needs a helping verb with it. Okay, so what is the suitable helping verb here to add is did. Okay, so if we want to form the negative for the simple past, we must add did before not. So it becomes the subject plus did plus not plus verb 1 تصريف الأول للفعل, because when did come into a sentence or question تاخد التصريف منها وبترجعه لأصله البيس form التصريف الأول verb 1. So we didn't clean the house last night. As you can see, clean here is verb 1. We didn't put cleaned, okay, because we have did. If we want to make a question from the simple past, the helping verb did come at the beginning of the question, then the subject as it in the negative, when did come into a sentence or question, the verb become verb 1. So, did you clean the house last night? So, when did come into the question, the verb become verb 1. Okay, now we will see the difference between the present perfect and the simple past, or when do we use the simple past and when do we use the present perfect. The first difference between them is if we say, okay, these two actions talk about the past, okay, but if we say when something or when the action happened, yani we say the time that the action happened, so we use the past simple if the time is known. إذا الوقت معروف بنستخدم simple past. For example, I saw Sophia 5 minutes ago. Okay, 5 minutes ago. We know when I saw Sophia, so we use the simple past. Verb 2 تصريف الثاني للفعل. هلا, if we don't say when, if we don't know the time, we don't know the time of the action, we don't know the time, we use the present perfect. I have seen Sophia. We didn't mention when. Okay, so we use the present perfect. But if I say when something happened or when the action happened, we use the the simple past. Let's see these examples of the difference between the simple past and the present perfect. First one, a camera, the verb buy. Here, the time is not mentioned. When did I buy a camera? We don't know, so we use the present perfect. I have bought a camera because we didn't know when. Here, we to the theater last week. They said when, so we use the simple past. The verb 2 of go is went, so we went to the theater last week. Okay, here we have to make a question. Your mom yesterday, so we have a time, right, which is yesterday, so we use the simple past. Okay, how we form a question in the simple past? We said we put the helping verb did at the beginning. Did you will verb call stay in its base form لأنه حطينا did, or because did into the question. Here we have also a question. The letter arrived. There is no specific time. The time is not mentioned, so we use the present perfect. Okay, how we form a question in the present perfect? The letter is singular, so it take has. Has the letter arrived? Okay, the time is not mentioned, that's why we use the present perfect. Okay, let's go for the second difference between the simple past and the present perfect. Okay, if we are talking about a finished past action, finished, okay, انتهت, actions happened in the past and finished in the past. Like I moved to America 3 years ago. انتقلت على أمريكا قبل 3 سنوات. Okay, I moved already وخلصت وانتهى الأكشن هون. Okay, but if the action started in the past and continue till now, okay, started in the past but continue till now, we use the present perfect. Like, I have lived in America for 3 years. أنا إلي عايش بأمريكا 3 سنوات and I still live. لسه عايش لهلا. إلي 3 سنوات 3 years and I still live in America. Okay? So if the action happened and finished in the past, we use the past simple, and if the action started in the past and continue till now, we use the present perfect. Okay, look at these examples. I English for 3 years now. Okay, study. So because we have now, then the action started in the past and continued till now. So we use the present perfect here. I take have. The past participle of study is studied. I have studied English for 3 years now. Okay, let's see this one. I him an email last week. So the action here is finished. So we use the simple past. The verb to of send is sent. I sent him an email last week, and this action is finished now. So the third and final difference between the past simple and present perfect. If we are talking about habits, عادات, in the past, okay, something we used to do in the past, but now we didn't do it anymore, we use the simple past. Like, when I was a child, when we say when, we use past simple. When I was a child, لما كنت طفل, I wore socks in bed. Okay, but now I didn't do this anymore. This habit or these things was when I was a child only. Okay, so this habits was in the past. So habits that you used to do in the past, we use the simple past with it. Okay, if something happened in the past but have a result which affect the present. Something happened in the past لكن له تأثير على المستقبل أو على الحاضر، على الوقت الحالي، نستخدم فيها the present perfect. Let's see how. I have walked all around the park and now I'm tired. Let's see the action here. إنه هو مشي حوالين البارك، الحديقة كلها. Okay, هو مشي وخلص، لكن النتيجة إنه and now I'm tired، إنه هو هلا تعبان. something happened in the past لكن إله result، إله نتيجة على present، على الوقت الحالي. فهو مشى على كل الحديقة، فهو هلا تعبان. هون result. فلما يكون في عنا result بتأثر على الحاضر هلا، فإحنا نستخدم معاها present perfect. Let's see here. When she in Germany, her ankle. Okay, so we have when. Then we are talking about something that happened in the past. Okay, something أو habit صارت in the past. So what do we use? We use the simple past. Okay, these are the verb live and break. When she live, the past of live is lived. When she lived in Germany, she break. The verb to of break is broke her ankle. لما كانت عايشة بألمانيا she broke her ankle. Okay, so this action happened in the past. Okay, let's see this one. His hand, so he can't write. Okay, the verb is break. طيب هو كسر إيده so he can't write. We have a resultant in the present. هو كسر إيده لكن هون رح النتيجة أو الريزلت إنه ما رح يقدر يكتب. فبما إن عنا result عنا effect على ال present, we use the present perfect as we say. So he has. The verb 3 of break is broken. He has broken his hand, so he can't write. Here are the results. Okay, these are the main difference between the simple past and the present perfect. But you have to know the time expression or the key words for each tense. Okay, the simple past, like when we say yesterday, last night, last week, last month, last year. Okay, but you have to say the word last. Ago, also 3 days ago, a year ago, a week ago. Okay, so the keyword is ago. If we mention the time here, like this action happened in January or in 2014, in 2015, whatever, in which year or month. Okay, so the time is mentioned here. The time expression or keywords for the present perfect is ever. For the question, we use it with the question. Never mean negative. Already, just, we use it for the affirmative. For since, we use it with the time, specific time or non-specific time, and yet mean for the negative. These are the main keywords for these two tenses. For two tenses, the simple past and the present perfect. And our lesson now is finished. Thank you.